we have Carol joining us. Hi, Carol.
Hi, everybody.
So, guys, Carol has an exciting success story from one of her clients. One of her clients got rid of a third party and got her boyfriend back, got him back into a commitment. So, after they had broken up. So, yeah, of course, like usual, we are going to go through the success story and then share some tips how you can create this in your reality. As well, guys, when you listen to the success story, definitely focus on your inner conversation, saying things like, you know what, if she can do it, I can do it. And also, I just want to point out that even though this is a story of her manifesting her ex back, you can use this in any situation, whether it be a crush or anything like that, to get over any sort of insecurity. So, or just any relationship that you want to patch up. So, welcome, Carol.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Okay, so here I go. So this client, she contacted us because she wanted to get back with her SB. They broke up because there was another person involved, and the trick here was that after they had broken up, she would see this third party a lot at work. So it was very hard for her to have to see her every day and remember the breakup and the third party and all that good stuff. So when she started coaching, we started discussing, her blocks and how, just assuming responsibility for what happened and holding yourself accountable for what happened. And she's like, yeah, I can sort of see how I manifested the breakup, the third party. So we worked on changing the story. And, since we work in steps, she decided that she wanted to work on the third party first because she had to see her all the time at work. So she started creating intentions that the third party gets a job somewhere else, that she moves away, and that she actually falls in love with someone that is better suited for her. So she started working on that, thinking and focusing on those intentions, and because she had to see her a lot at work, I told her, well, use, every time you see her, use that as your cue to affirm, use what you have and make it work for you, the feedback, and make it work for you. So let her be the reminder that you need to affirm that she moves away, that today's her last day at work. Today's her last day at work here. She's happily in love with someone else that is better suited for her. She did that for several weeks, and then she was off for an entire week, and when she got back to work, third party was gone. She had found a job somewhere else, and she moved away. She's gone. She moved out of town, and never, like, she hasn't seen her again, right? So now she started working on getting SB to contact her. So she started affirming, he contacts me right now. He's thinking about me right now. He's missing me. She wanted the apology. So of course we discussed, what would the apology do? What would the apology change? Like what change would that cause in your reality? And she said, well, it would make me feel loved. It would make me feel like he cares about me. It would make me feel wanted. It would make me feel that, my feelings matter to him. So I said, well, affirm that your feelings matter, that he loves you, that he cares about you, that he cares about making this relationship work, making it better than it was before. So she started affirming that, and behold, he contacted her. She got her apology, and they started talking. And at some point, she felt like inspired to contact him because the conversations, the communication was not consistent at first. So she felt inspired. She's like, why wouldn't this guy want to talk to me? I am the best thing that ever happened to him. Clearly, I manifested him calling me, so I can definitely manifest his feelings about me calling him. So she contacted him, and his reaction was like, I have been thinking about you for the past few days nonstop. I'm so glad you called. Can we see each other? And the rest is history. They saw each other, then they haven't stopped since. And she actually, they actually got back together. And
Mm.
yes, and she said, like, I manifested him. He calls me every morning. I get texts during the day, and he definitely texts me every single night. Good night text every single night since we got back together. It's better than ever.
Oh my goodness. That is so amazing. I love it. 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 You know, one thing that I really enjoyed about her story was that, you know what, she got to the point where she did her intentions so much that she was just like, I'm just going to call him. Like, I know
Yep.
he wants to hear from me. So, and that's really what it comes down to. So, and I know I've talked about this a few times. It feels like I say it almost every video, but it's not that you have to contact the person first. It's that you have to feel okay contacting them. If you feel anxiety about contacting them because you're scared of rejection, you're automatically creating a force field of rejection and they have to reject you. So it's not even about actually making the first contact. It's about being comfortable picking up the phone and contacting them. And once you're comfortable picking up the phone and contacting them, then they're actually going to contact you, because that's living from the end. And you know what? If just pick up the phone and contact them, because it's not about being attached, emotionally to the phone call. It's about being committed to the end results. Okay, so she picked up the phone, she called him, and he was the one that, I can't stop thinking about you. I want you to go. I want to see you. I mean, that was the real prize right there, right? Like, who cares who called who? He missed her,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
I mean, amazing, like, oh, my goodness,
And this is one of the things
I'm
that we
speechless.
this is one of the things that we discussed when it comes to inspired action, with him contacting her and who should contact whom first. We talked about that too, and and I told you, when you live in the knowing, when you actually have your concept, your self concept, and you understand that I am God of my reality. So I decide that this person can't wait to hear my voice. I decide that
Hmm.
this person is literally, like, just imagine him looking at his phone every 20 seconds, checking to see if you contact him, if you call him. Imagine his smile when your name pops on his phone. Like, this is that, and that intensity and those feelings of happiness that you would get if he called you. He is feeling the exact same things. So if
Right.
you can get there and you have that security, and like, you have your mental diet on point, and it, by all means, just go ahead and do it, because at the end of the day, whatever happens, it's your manifestation. And if it does not play out the way you want it to play out, use that and affirm what you want.
Exactly. Use the feedback. It's so funny you bring up inspired action. There's a video coming up. I think it's actually, I'm not sure if it was before or after this, where me and Denise talked about inspired action and how there's no inspiration because it's only you. Inspiration implies that there's some kind of a third party or some kind of entity that's saying, "Oh, time for you to do it." But you nailed it perfectly, Carol, by saying it's your manifestation. If you say it's a good time, it's a good time. If you say this is how it's going to play out, that's how it's going to play out. And whenever feedback you get is the feedback you get, right? And to use that to create what you want, because there is no right or wrong, good or bad time. There's no one out there going, oh, okay, do it now,
Yeah,
right now is a good time. If
exactly.
you don't do it now, you're not gonna. No, you're the one that creates whether or not it's inspired action or not. You're the one that creates whether it's a good time. You're the one that creates the outcome. There's nothing out there that is like, okay, if you do it now, it's going to work out, but if you wait 5 minutes, it's not. No, that's not how this works.
No,
It's
it's
not.
nobody's doing this for you. Nobody's putting those out. It's you. You're creating it
That's
the whole
right.
time. And one of the
Exactly.
things that I love, that I remember, that always resonates with me, and it does not get out of my head, is a long time ago you mentioned something about everything that you see in front of you is just empty and meaningless. I mean, when you think about it, that's profound. It's just empty and meaningless. You are the one that assigns meaning. You choose a meaning that works for you. So whatever
Mhm.
you get back is just, be thankful. Thankful because the universe was created so perfect that it's just handing you on a silver platter what you need to work on.
Exactly. And the meanings we give things will actually end up creating our emotions. Okay. So, like, for instance, okay, here's a good example. It's very, say, for instance, it's interrupting. Okay. So let's say someone interrupts me. I can give it the meaning that they're just excited. They have something really excited to say, like they're just really happy and can't wait to say something, and not make it a big deal. And then that would make me feel okay, calm, and excited as well, and happy. Or I can make it mean that they don't respect me or what I have to say, that they're being very, very disrespectful. And then that meaning will actually end up creating a very negative emotion within me of being upset. So the meaning we give these things in our universe, which are actually empty and meaningless, really control how we actually end up feeling, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And another
yeah.
thing that she worked on was how she had to work a lot when he got back, and when they started talking about what had happened, a lot of changing the story and who she wants to be in this new relationship, because she had these this memories and these thoughts of him going on with somebody else. We worked a lot on self-concept and just creating the story that from this point on, like right now, from this point on, you wake up every day and you choose who you want to be in your own reality every day. It's not just how other people show up, it's how you show up. And from this point on, this guy he only has eyes for me. From this point on, right now, starting today, I am the only woman he's ever going to see, and whatever happened, it just led him to realize that there's no one like me, and just
Exactly.
work from that angle, because if we hold ourselves accountable for the past and what happened, we understand that we created the whole situation. Then just work on what you want to see instead, and just get in there and create the relationship that you want to see right now, because it's all you, the whole time.
Right, right. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, 100%, 100%. It's all you constantly. No, I love that. I love that. It's about letting go of the past, and sometimes letting go of what things that people have done may not be as easy as, as just saying it, but it's really just about saying, well, I create it. It's about creating trust in your own intentions, really. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because the only thing is you got to trust is you. So if I say, for instance, just to use Jerry as an example, that Jerry's loyal to me and he's always going to be faithful to me, I mean, that I'm not trusting him. I'm trusting my intention that that's actually what's going to manifest, right?
Yeah, and I
So
think
there you go.
I think we've all been in a situation where somebody has hurt us,
Mm-hmm.
and we just have to choose what we're going to do with that. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to continue simmering in that and going down the rabbit hole, or are you going to you know move forward and make a conscious decision to move forward, to forgive, to create something different? Because whatever path you decide, whichever way you decide to go, you're creating every second of it. So you can
Right.
create what you want or just continue going down the rabbit hole. At the end of the day, it's your choice to forgive and move forward, or to just stay there. But just know that if you're staying there, you're creating more of it. So it's
Right.
your choice, which one
Exactly.
makes you feel better at the end of the day, which one gets you what you want at the end of the day. And we have a lot of smart people, so come on.
Exactly, right. So, I mean, at the end of the day, right, really, what we're saying, right, to basically get someone to commit to you is to basically go to that end of what you're going to see, hear, and feel if you already had it. To get someone to manifest an apology, go to the end. What are you going to see, hear, and feel if you've already got it? Because you have to live from the end of already having it. And for those of you out there that are, struggling with, being nervous about contacting somebody, really sit down and ask yourself why you have anxiety, and start working on, changing the thoughts that are giving you anxiety till you feel comfortable enough to reach out. And again, you don't need to reach out. You just need to be comfortable to do so, to open the lines energetically for them to do it as well. Because if you're feeling scared, like you're going to be rejected and anxious, then they're feeling scared, like they're going to be rejected and anxious. It goes two ways because everyone is you pushed out, right? So, you want to basically get yourself in your mind to that point, on your own through your intentions, and no matter what end you want to live from, right? And you remember, right, if you're living from the end of being with someone or being in communication with someone, you have to be comfortable communicating with them.
Yeah,
Right? I mean, that's
exactly.
the
You
only
couldn't
way.
question it.
Exactly. If you want to get an apology, live from the end that the apology's already happened. And of course, they're going to apologize. They always apologize. If you want to have a commitment, live from the end that the other person wants to be in a commitment and that you're good enough to have it. So we're definitely, like Carol had mentioned, work on the self-concept of you as well, that you are good enough, to get past any sort of insecurities. So it's also where it works on, say a crush or someone you haven't met yet, because there would be a certain amount of anxiety just, reaching out to them because they're a crush, right?
Yeah. The word
They're
says
on the
it.
That is still right. So, guys, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for being here today, Carol. Amazing.
Thank you for having me.
And guys, if you are looking for any help, Carol is available for coaching. Check out the link in the description below. And guys, thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.